I'm back on the case, bitches. Know if I was ever really off of the case, but I wanted to tell you guys something that I was thinking about because you guys seem to like my fucking thoughts, which is so crazy to me because sometimes I'm like, wow, that sounds a little out of the ordinary. And then you guys are like, man, that makes sense. So thank you guys. So a couple of days ago, I said, what if the unaliver was texting themselves from their own phone? Whoever was hurting Kaylee and Maddie was texting from their phones to their friends to make it seem like they were still alive, in my opinion, at that specific time frame. I said that I wasn't sure if Jack D was the one texting himself from Kaylee's phone to make him look inconspicuous by saying, hey, come get the vape, or if it was Jack D and he was texting himself, but so that led me to another thought. If you were going to go into someone's house to do a quadruple unaliving, would you let everyone keep their phones? I mean, I'm just thinking no. I feel like that would be like the first thing you would do is try to figure out what was going on with that. But anyways, I started thinking, what if it wasn't Dylan texting from her own phone? And no, I'm not giving her a pass, but I just think with as weird as her text messages are, that maybe while she was in hiding, supposedly, that they had her phone and was texting from it. Because when there was a point where she's like, my phone's gonna die. And I don't know why, but I felt like it was a code word, like a double code word. Like my phone was supposed to be code for one of the girls is passing away or something. And like I said, I understand that sounds fucking crazy to anyone else, but when you understand that criminals think differently than regular people, you'll fucking get it, dude. But for some reason, I just don't think Bethany was there. And you know what? The more I think about it, at first I really felt like it was Dylan, the one that had all this shit happen. And I'm not saying, like I said, I'm not saying that she didn't, but Bethany's just got off too smooth and easy for me. And it's pretty weird because it seems like by all accounts she had the least to do with the crime, but I just feel like she knew the most about it. Does that make sense? Like she's saying that she didn't know anything, but she did. And maybe she knew more than anyone else knew, and that's why she wasn't in the house that night. Because, I mean, let's be serious. If Dylan really knew that someone was going to come do a quadruple unaliving, do you really think that she would just want to sit around and watch it? But that always made me feel weird because she's like, I love Vampire Diaries and Criminal Minds. I started wondering about the Gideon was here because I feel like, what if somebody literally went in there and the reason why she couldn't remember is because they shot her up or something or put drugs in something and she didn't know it, which she never mentioned. But I mean, would she have even known that she had been drugged from not being able to remember? Because I was just thinking, like, what if she was watching Criminal Minds and when they came in, and they shoot her up or do whatever, that way she's not coherent until they get to her. Because I do kind of think that if Ethan wouldn't have thrown everything off, that Dylan may have become a victim too, in my own opinion. But do you think somebody took Sharpie and put Gideon was here on her arm so that way she wouldn't be able to know really discern whether it was a dream or reality? Imagine you fall asleep and you're tipsy watching Criminal Minds. You wake up to your entire house unalived or men in your house in all black and your fucking arm says Gideon was here and Gideon is the lead FBI profiler on fucking Criminal Minds. It seems absolutely disturbed and just fucked up, but obviously whoever did this was a very disturbed and fucked up individual, so we gotta think down their fucking brain path, I guess. I love you guys. Let me know what you think. I know it sounds crazy sometimes, but I just try to think back, like, I'm almost 35 in February, but when I was 18, 19, 20, 21, it would have been a lot easier to make me fearful of something. So I really can't imagine how scared those girls were being stalked or whatever was really going on. Because even as an adult female, you know when something's not off. That's why I literally just had to have the cops out to my own house because of a dumb motherfucker. But I just don't get it, bro. None of them girls had a gut intuition. No, not Dylan, not Maddie. I don't get it, man. Why would you go in and leave two people alive after something like that? That's like when they say tie up the loose ends in all those movies and shit. That's what it makes me feel like. So it just doesn't make sense. But on the same time, man, as much as I think Dylan is weird for not calling the cops and shit, it just makes me wonder, bro. Because if I was a 21-year-old little girl and somebody had a freaking pew-pew or a knife or something on me, I don't know how I would have reacted. I don't know. So that's why I try to kind of give them grace, even though it's really fucking hard, because until you're in a situation, you don't know what you would do. Trust me, someone's been fucking with me for a year now, and I couldn't get enough evidence until today, well, yesterday, to prove it. So trust me, it's possible. It's very possible that shit was going on and nobody knew about it. Obviously, shit was going on that nobody knew about but a select few or something. I just can't imagine, man. It literally makes my stomach turn to think about how terrified those girls had to be, even if it was someone they know. Especially, dude, imagine someone that you've known for years and they're just fine, and the next thing you know, they're fucking going all American Psycho on you and shit, man. It's crazy. I love you guys. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Bye-bye. I love you. Bye. Wait, I lied. Come back. Had another thought. Why would they invite Kaylee and Maddie, or Kaylee, to come back into town that night and then nobody fucking hung out with her, like Dylan and Bethany avoided her? That is pretty fucking sus, man. Because if you invited your friend to come hang out with you at the college for the weekend, don't you think you guys would have all went together, unless your relationship, I don't know, wasn't as good as they was trying to make it sound? I don't know, man. That's fucking weird. Just thought about that. Love you. Bye.